Hi, So Fun friends. Welcome to March is So Fun. I'm really excited to be here with you today. And I'm really excited because our color theme this month, can you guess, is my favorite color, hopefully yours, blue. I love blue. My whole house is pretty much blue and white. And so it was really fun to be inspired to make lots of projects incorporating the color blue to show you this month. So the first one I want to talk about are these really cute easy drawstring bags. And this is a pattern from Sewn, Wyoming. And she has them done in 3 sizes here in this cute like cowboy and cowgirl fabric, which is really cute. I did 2 of them, and the 2 that I made, these 2, are the small and the medium. So the large one, as you can see, is quite a bit bigger than this. These were a quick make, and I think they're going to be a really fun and useful little gift for somebody in my sphere. I like that they have the contrasting bottom fabric down here, and they just make up really clean and nice. I have this fun blue narwhal fabric, and this is starfish, sea stars. And I've had this in my resource center, as Terry calls it, for several years, not knowing what I was going to make out of it. And I just think that it really lent itself beautifully to making up these cute little drawstring bags. I'm getting ready to go on a beach vacation with my girlfriends, and I thought this would also make a really fun hostess gift for my friend that's organizing the trip this time, to have these cute little beachy themed, ocean themed drawstring bags. So a quick make, they're useful, and would be a darling gift. Okay, next let's talk about this really cute embroidery design called Snow Bear Village. This is one of Desiree's designs, and we've done lots of hers for So Fun before, and I know I have. And this one's super cute. It has these polar bears and snowflakes and 3 different cute houses, wintry houses, that have polar bears sitting on them. And the pattern is to make a table runner out of all of these, or a bench pillow. But what I did is I used one of the Kimberbell quilted pillow blanks that comes with a zipper in it, and I just chose one of the houses to stitch out. It's applique and machine embroidery to stitch out to make a pillow. Now the pillow blank in the package goes this way with the zipper along the bottom, but because the design I was doing was vertical, I just ripped the zipper out, and I'm going to sew the zipper into the bottom down here, and it's just going to be a rectangle, a vertical rectangle pillow that has this cute polar bear on it. And I thought this would be really cute for in the winter time, because it's not Christmassy at all. It's just wintry. And so I really thought that that would be a super cute pillow to make. And another idea I had was, since I was taking the zipper out anyway, I have the back side of this that is the blue quilted, and I thought maybe I would stitch out another one on that and back them with just some solid blue fabric, and then I got 2 pillows out of this. And so there's a little idea for you that you could try. We have this really fun J. Lee pattern. You guys know we really like J. Lee patterns. They make up really well, and they come with every size anybody could possibly want in them. This is for women and children's sizes, and it's this really cute sweatshirt or longer tunic sweatshirt. And so Mallory really wanted to make this for her and Delaney so they could be matching, which of course Delaney will absolutely love. But it has this really cute collar on it. It made up really well. So let me show you. Today I have Delaney's here to show you. Mallory's is blue, but Delaney's is pink. So it has this really cute sort of funnel neck that is crisscrossed in the front and has a drawstring around the top. And the funnel neck Mallory said was really surprisingly easy to do. Now this is the tunic length, the longer length. Mallory made a couple changes. In the pattern, the band around the bottom is much thicker on the tunic length, but on little Delaney, she didn't think she would like that. So she did a slightly thinner band. And also the pocket on the tunic length is higher. It's kind of in the middle of the tunic length sweatshirt, but Mallory also thought that it would be better near the bottom for her little hands to go in, and I think that those two changes are really good. She sewed this whole thing on the serger and the cover stitch, except for the casing for the drawstring. That she had to sew the casing just on her regular sewing machine with a straight stitch. So this came together really pretty quickly. It turned out really, really cute. As always with knit patterns, make sure you're paying attention to the stretch direction of your fabric and make sure it's going in the correct direction stretch-wise on your pattern. You might remember last time I ran into some problems with that, and so it's always a good reminder with sewing with knits to make sure that you have the stretch going in the right direction so that your pattern comes out correctly. And I think that that just came together really, really well. All right, we're getting ready to move into vacation season, and I am super excited about it because I'm pretty much over this weather that we've been having, and I'm ready for some warm weather. But I found this really cool pattern called the Pop-Up Packer Travel Organizer. I have traveled quite a bit, and a number of years ago, I discovered the value of packing cubes. And they're just cubes of lightweight fabric that have mesh on the top usually and a zipper around that you roll up your clothes and put them in these cubes, and then you just layer the cubes into your suitcase, and it enables you to pack much more efficiently. And so I'm always looking for other things like that, and these are kind of like that. They come in 3 sizes, so a whole set also would be great for you, but great as a gift as well. And I will show you the ones I made that I really love, and I think they're going to be super useful. So here's the large. They have a little hang handle on them, the medium, and the small, and I'll show you. They have mesh on the front so that you can easily see what's in here. And the way that you construct these, there's a fold in the side. So when you pack stuff in here, they they can expand and get wider and wider. And they're very, very versatile. They're very lightweight. They're totally smushable. You can roll things into here. You can easily see what's inside. They'll squish into different sections of your suitcase. I think they're going to be really, really useful. Again, I think that a set of these would make a fabulous gift. I found this really cool fabric that is like aerial maps of like oceans and little islands and things that has boats on it, and you can see the depth of the ocean. And then the lining is just beach chairs. So it's fun to do a contrasting fun lining because you're going to see it through the mesh. And so those are really fun. I also found, I have for you the white mesh and the white zippers that I used, but I also found these really fun Sally Tomato zipper pulls. She calls them nautical zipper pulls, and they look like rope. So like a piece of rope. So I thought that that was really fun. I think that I'm going to find these to be really, really useful this summer when I'm packing, because I almost never carry anything but carry-on. And no matter how long I'm going for, everything goes in my carry-on. So these little pop-up packers are going to be a great addition to your traveling needs, for your traveling needs. Okay, let's talk about the tools of the trade. So this is a Bianni's pattern, and like all Bianni's patterns, it utilizes specific notions and things. First, soft and stable. We use it all the time for lots of stuff, and because we use it up and we make so many bags of various kinds with this, because it is so perfect, we always bring it in for you whenever we use it because we run out. We use it, so we have soft and stable. This is my version of the tools of the trade. And this is kind of like an art case or a business case or something for people who need large supplies. This comes in 2 sizes, and this is the small size. So the large size is very, very large. And let me show you how great this is. So this fastens down with magnetic snaps. They're just encased inside. And it has this cool zipper on the side. So you unzip both sides, and it opens up flat. So if you wanted to use this for taking to like a sewing class, this would be perfect, or perfect for art or any activity you're doing really. This part that folds down has a big mesh pocket that's perfect for papers or patterns or blocks of a quilt that you're working on or anything. It opens with a zipper. It has this big padded sleeve back here that you could easily put a ruler, and I have this really cool folding mat. So this mat folds out and it will fit right in here and hold it securely, so that if you're going to a class, you can unfold your cutting mat and have a nice big mat. You could put a laptop back here, some rulers, a sketch notebook, lots and lots of big things. Then there's also slip pockets here that like a ruler could go in. Not pockets, but like they go all the way through. And then all these little mesh with fold over elastic for all your tools. So you could have your scissors and your cutter and your marking pins and small rulers and other sewing tools that you need can all go in here into these little pockets. It has a pretty wide base, so there's room for lots and lots of other things to go inside of here to carry when you close it up. And then you're just ready to go. It has a nice long handle that you can easily carry over your shoulder. This front has this slip pocket for like your phone or keys, and then also a zippered pocket. And both of these are padded with soft and stable, so it will protect whatever is going in here in the front. I also have this triangle ring right here on the front or the back that you could easily hook your keys to, or a little bottle of hand sanitizer or anything else. It just gives you one more thing to organize and carry stuff with. And there's one on the back as well. And so like all Bianni patterns, this one came with a code in the pattern for the add-on video where it shows you a video step-by-step of doing some of the steps that they think might give people problems or be a little trickier. But like all Bianni's patterns, people always ask me, are they really hard to do because they look complicated? And here's what I always tell customers when they ask me that. Bianni's patterns are complicated, but they're not hard. So they do have lots of steps, but none of the steps are difficult, and her directions are really good, and the add-on videos make all the difference. So they work up really, really well. I have notions for you for this pattern. We have the triangle rings And I have this fun yellow zipper that I used and the blue mesh. And I also have a navy zipper to give you a couple other choices if you would like some additional choices. So fun notions, really customizable, lots of fun ways to utilize this. Okay, this is a really awesome book. It's called Make One Weekend Gifts. And it's full of really quick patterns that you can make. And I liked a lot of the things in here. The first one I make were these furoshiki boxes. And it's kind of like a little origami box that is a great way to use up scraps of fabric. And so I made a couple of these. They come together really quickly, and there's a pattern. So it's the perfect size for like a gift card or a small gift. And it looks kind of like a folded little flower or something on the top. And it just unfolds like this. So this is what it's shaped like, if you can see that. And then you just fold each of the little points in, and you get this cute little box. I just thought they were so darling. I mean, who wouldn't love a little something like this? And you can make them out of like kid print fabric or fishing fabric or, you know, whatever you wanted to customize it to the person. It was a quick little make, a fun little project, and I really liked those. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you about? I really liked this table runner that has the chevron in it, and there's good directions for how to fussy cut small motifs in fabric scraps that you have saved so that you can make the chevron have something in there. So there's a table runner and also a placemat pattern for that, which I thought was really cute. Let's see. I thought these little applique zipper pouches were cute. Again, lots of ways to customize it. Just a cute little gift. As you can see, they have a pretty apron. They have a fun casserole carrier. And there's just lots of fun things. Another project I made out of this book, it's called the 1-2 sucker pouch instead of sucker punch. And it is kind of a fun boxy pouch. But what I love is she gives really good directions on how to do improvisational fussy cutting. So again, lots of fun scraps that you have been saving for various things, and she shows you how to fussy cut. So let me show you how I made that. I made mine, the dimensions slightly bigger than hers. So hers is like a long rectangle. Mine is a slightly longer, bigger rectangle because I wanted it a little bit bigger. But you can see how it was really fun to fussy cut specific like fabric scraps that I had saved because I loved them to make this little pouch. So here I have this tree that instead of leaves has all these little teeny tiny houses on it. And here I have pencils, colored pencils. On this side I have like some moons, and I have this beautiful big piece of floral. It was an old Tula Pink fabric that I had. But it was just really fun to pull out a bunch of different scraps and think of ways I could fussy cut them in interesting ways. So it opens up nice and big, and I had a piece of this navy and white striped zipper tape zipper that I used. But you can see how the corners, the ends are boxed in a really different way so that it makes this nice rectangle shaped end. And it just gives this a more structured shape. And I think it would make a great like traveling makeup bag or something like that. It's really nice, nicely sized, nice and big. So that was another fun project that I made out of this book. All right, this is something really fun that I have been experimenting with that I think you guys might like. And it's called Cyanotype. And what it is fabric sheets that have been treated with photoreactive paint. So when you pull the package of fabric sheets comes with, I think, 10 or 12 sheets in it. And in a darkened room, you take out one and you plan what you would like to have the print be. So I had these kind of tinsely, fluffy snowflake ornaments that were flat. And so I arranged those in my darkened room on the fabric, and then I took an old picture frame that was empty, I wasn't using anymore, and took the glass off of it and laid the glass on top. And I had a piece of cardboard underneath. And then you carry it with the fabric and the glass on top and the cardboard underneath outside on a sunny day. And you put it in the sun. The directions say anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, and I think I did about 10 or 12. And you just let it sit in the sun. And the fabric is kind of like this muddy green color, kind of a yellowish green. And when you think it's been long enough, you take it into your house and you put some cold water in the sink and you swish this around in the cold water, and it's like magic. Because you swish it around in the cold water and the water kind of turns yellowish green, and you drain that and swish it around in the cold water again for a few minutes, and it slowly turns this really dark indigo blue. And then you just let it air dry. You can wash this in the washing machine, you can iron on it, the color is permanent. It will not run or fade or bleed or anything like that. I did this one with some little vines and ivy leaves, and I kind of like how that turned out. So if you come into the store, when So Fun is done, you'll see what small projects I'm making out of these Cyanotype photoreactive fabric sheets. And when you think about it's anything that can produce a shadow, you can put. So you could do keys or little toys or seriously, like anything that will cast a shadow. The other fun thing that you can do is on a piece of transparency that can go through your inkjet printer, you can turn a photograph into black and white and then turn it into a negative, and lots of photo programs will let you do that. Print it on the transparency, and then you can have, kind of looks like this, only it's a photograph. Fun stuff to do with this. And if you come into the store, you'll see some of the things I'm going to do with this fun stuff. All right, let me show you a few fun notions I have. One is this Kimberbell navy velvet zipper pouch that already has a really pretty little zipper with a pretty pull in it, and you can hoop this right into your machine and use it to embroider on. And so everyone needs a velvet zippy pouch for something because they're just so pretty. And this one's ready to embroider and ready to rock and roll. I have this fun project bag. It's very, very sturdy. It's made out of a heavyweight like vinyl mesh, and it's the perfect size for carrying projects to and from class. You can put all your pieces for blocks you're working on in here and they won't get lost, and it will layer perfectly into your tools of the trade bag, so that will work really well. And I found this cool storage box. Do you see how I'm finding all kinds of cool blue things for you guys? I found this cool storage box that pops open like this. It's very strong. It said that it can hold 75 pounds. It's very strong. It has a mesh pocket on the front to put things and an elastic strap on this side, but it will sit by itself. It's very, very sturdy, very strong. And then when you don't need it anymore, it collapses up totally flat. And it's navy blue with these pretty white flowers on it. So again, a fun little item. Okay, so. Okay, one more fun notion I have for you are 2 different sets of sew-in tags for your projects that you make. These sew-in tags say somebody cares, and they have a heart on them. And this one has a red heart and it says, P.S. I love you. And so I thought these would be really fun additions to your homemade items that you make for people that you care about. You're the somebody. Who is it? It's you. You're the somebody who cares. So those will be fun additions. Okay, I really fell in love. Okay. I really fell in love with this quilt called Low Tide. I just love the way it looked, where you have the dark gray, so it looks like the wet sand, and you have the different fingers of water that are coming in and burbling back out and coming in and burbling back out. And I just love the look of this, and I wanted to make this for Sew Fun. However, when I got the pattern, I realized that it was really small, like it's only 45 inches in the pattern. And that's more like a wall quilt, but I wanted it big enough to be used as like a throw. And so I wanted to enlarge this pattern. And because it's all set on the diagonal, the math was a little bit tricky, but once I kind of wrapped my brain around how it went together, it ended up being really, really easy. And I'm going to tell you how I did it. So you could do this with a jelly roll, but I didn't want all the different colors that were in a jelly roll. So I just chose all the different blues with a little greens thrown in. Because you know, when the sunlight is shining on the water at the beach, you get a lot of different colors. So what I figured out is that going down this side, each of the rows are set 1 1/8 inches farther than the row before it. And going across the top and the bottom, they're set 2 3/8 inches away from each one. I believe that was the measurement. So in order to make my quilt bigger, I just had to keep following that pattern. So I just made the rows longer to accommodate my additional width, and then just added as many as I needed going down to accommodate additional length. One of the things that they recommend is that you do not cut off your kind of the serrated edge that's going down the bottom until after you get the quilt quilted, because all of those bias edges then that you cut are going to make the edges of your quilt ripply. So they recommend that you quilt your quilt and then square up all your edges so that you don't get your edges all distorted, which is a really good tip for this quilt. But once I kind of figured out the math, this did not take very long to make. And I just love the way it looks, and it really kind of feels summery to me in a really specific way with the beach. I also love that because of the way that it's going on the diagonal like that, this could represent any beach you want. It could go the other way. It could go upside down. It could go sideways, depending on where you are and what beach you're on and how the direction of the waves is coming in at you. So I just really like this quilt. I think it's striking, and it went together pretty quick once I figured out how to make it as big as I wanted it to be. Okay. Another project out of this Make One Weekend Gifts is this really cute Baby Love large block quilt. So the quilt is designed to just have one big block in it and be 36 by 36 inches to make a small baby quilt, just like a little, I mean, as you know, 36 inches square is not that big. It would be very small. It would also be a cute like table topper maybe. but I decided I needed it to be bigger, so I did this exact block, but I made 4 of them and just made it into this bigger square quilt. And I chose not to put any sashing in between the blocks so that the points would come together. And so it kind of like fools the eye when you look at it. You're not quite sure what the big blocks are, and I really liked that effect of having those 4 blocks together with all the points touching. And it's just really kind of bold and bright and simple, and because it's such big pieces, you can imagine how quickly this went together. So again, it came out of this great book, Make One Weekend Gifts, and all of this stuff can be made easily in one weekend. Thanks for being here and tuning in. I enjoyed making all these projects for you, and I hope something has inspired you. As always, this isn't everything that we did, so come into the stores and see all the projects we made, and hopefully you will be feeling the blues, only in a really good way. See you next month.